Greetings and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, and we have a big focus today. Of course, in bonus time, we are definitely going to be talking about Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, and everything that happened and everything that you need to know about what happened behind the scenes, because I don't think we have the whole story yet. We have more of the story than we had when it was first announced. Interesting stuff. Commander Ed Straker's Shadow out there. We got Jan Monroe. We got Ms. Pick Cafe. We've got Snorter Poopa Scuber, our favorite polar bear. Dr. Jill Powers is out there. Tom is out there. D-Bud Martin is out there. We've got Georgia Peach. We've got Griffin giving us today's history lesson. And these are always important. A history or historical records. Okay, short version. The first Guinness Book of World Records was published in August 27 of 1955, now making themselves their own world record. Well, there you go. They are their own world record. They keep track of the world records. We got Commander Ed Straker of Shadow out there. We got Juliet from across the pond. It is so good to see you, dear. Lots of people out there getting the show started, like Mark Fields, who gives you positive vibes. I give Mark positive vibes. Mark Fields has been here a regular, much appreciated, my friend. Crazy White Boy, not a huge fan of Matt G's favorite, Taylor Swift, but hey, I'm hoping he sticks around at least till we get to that story. And again, the bulk of that story will be in bonus time, so just remember that. Who else is out in the world? Well, we got Fat Elvis out there encouraging you to smash thumbs and leave the cats and kittens alone, or at least say hi to them. Give them a pet. Who else is out there? We got more and more folks like Tony Piacente. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to all Culturians and the Culture Crew. I feel like that makes me sound like a band. Ewan, what's going on? It's Travis's funeral. And Kumi, you are, I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's not that quick. The Bad Cap is in the house, and it's good to see you. Chris Dickerson, how are you doing today? Lots of people out here enjoying themselves. I appreciate that so much. Kai, wait, hang on. Kai Bruce Hoggle is in the house. Travis can kiss half his stuff goodbye. You know what? Might be true. Fat Elvis, what's up? You know what, though? The argument would be the other way around, because do you know how much Taylor is worth? Crazy. Deepo 101, the beautiful Deepo, the beautiful Deepo. And one of our favorite Canadians, Randall Orser. I miss Morgan King, who used to be here every day. I know he's busy now, but just a good dude. Penny. Good morning to you. And of course, we just got to drop a lovely $5 super duper chat from Dragon Queen. Good morning, Dragon Queen. How are you, love? Are you keeping on the grind? Consistency is your friend. No live stream today. Oh no! Didn't know it takes 24 hours to activate. Yikes. My bad. We'll try to drop a video later, though. Good for you. Consistency is thy friend. All right, we need to get ready because we are about to. There's Morgan King. Hello. And there he is, Swift -1, Matt G. He's got to be excited. All right, folks, 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about. Not a lot of time to do it in, but we're going to stretch this one. Bonus time will probably about a half an hour, if not more. So stick around. That will be all Travis and Taylor all the time. Disney sues Sling TV, saying its new mini bundles violate carriage deal terms. Uh-oh. Seems like Disney doesn't like somebody undercutting them with an a la carte style of delivery. It could be very, very bad. But they're suing Dish Network Sling, alleging that the pay TV service included its networks without permission in a new suite of short-term packages. Earlier this month, Sling unveiled passes offering access to the full bundle for a day, weekend, or full week. The mini bundles start at $4.99, a fraction of the usual minimum of $45.99. I have a feeling people are going to be clamoring to get this, and with this exploration, we're going to start to see what the value of programming is. Disney wants to stop that because they don't want to reveal just how worthless their stuff is, especially with the new edition of Hulu is the way they're going to control it. And the big news, we had to get to it second, 1 minute in at least. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. This is not the best picture of the two of them, but I'm going to say this, and I know it's being a little optimistic, but congratulations to them. People deserve to be happy. I hope they're happy. We'll talk more about it in a minute. As the newly engaged Travis Kelce opens up a surprise box of wow with American Eagle. That's right. He released his own True Colors line. Travis Kelce is, moving forward. Congratulations to him and to American Eagle, who decided that pretty people sell things. FCC chair tells Google to get the deal done with YouTube Fox carriage fight. YouTube responds. I don't know exactly how thrilled they were, but as Brendan Carr says, hey, get the deal done. YouTube responded in its own X post, we love football too. And we're working hard to negotiate a deal that's fair to Fox, our valued subscribers, and all our partners. Yeah, you better get this done. This doesn't sound good for you. They're already looking to break you up a bunch. Speaking of breaking up, California awards $256 million in TV tax credits to the studio, which snags $13 million of that for season 2. So you're going to start seeing that pile of money get broken up, and it's going to be done oddly, by preferential treatment, I imagine. Want to say Cobra Kai creators are creating a Knight Rider movie for Universal. Kind of excited about that, although I gave my thoughts on the sequel potential for Fall Guy, and not a lot of people watched, so that tells me an awful lot. K-pop Demon Hunters, on the other hand, officially becomes Netflix's most popular movie ever. Another week with almost zero audience decline. Speaking of K-pop Demon Hunters, Sony and Netflix are in early talks for the sequel, which I think everybody expected. And we've got more on Travis Kelce's engagement to Taylor Swift. The dad, Ed, drops the hammer on what it was, when it happened, and the fact that it was beautiful. More in bonus time. Moving on, we got Trump's Intel purchase, a stake in Intel for the government. People from the MAGA folks are saying this is a sign of socialism. I'm not sure I agree, since I understand what socialism is, but hey, go for it. Trump administration is investing in U.S. Rare earths minerals in a push to break China's grip, a stranglehold on them. And we've got Trump extending control over Washington, I guess, and that's a real weird headline, AP, by taking management of Union Station. Well, it's a government service carrier, Amtrak. I'm not sure why that would be an issue, but okay. Wall Street's going to stand put while they await for the quarterly report, which NVIDIA really is going to show you whether or not the AI boom is overhyped or gaining steam or somewhere in between. I think the earnings will be pretty good. If our friend Putin's cat was here, he'd probably tell you to invest in that. I will tell you not to invest in anything that a YouTuber suggests. Get professional help. Speaking of professional help, the SpaceX launch went swimmingly well, dumping both rockets into the ocean right after their service. The booster was amazing, did exactly what it was supposed to do. And I'm kind of bummed out they couldn't land the big ship back near Texas. That would have been great. And I think finally we've got the last story, which is our friendly grizzly bears, which went after a camper's tent after a very close encounter of the worst kind. The hiker camper that came in contact with the two grizzlies it escaped without a scratch and used a lot of bear mace, apparently. And you can see here in this video exactly what happened to the tent. Here we go. There's the tent. That's the bear. That was the tent. Bye, tent. Yeah. And, of course, the person posted on, I don't know what this is. I don't use any of these services. This is probably TikTok. A video recounting what happened to them. Anyway, I thought you would enjoy that. I know I did. And let's get to the bonus time as quickly as possible so we can get to People's article on Travis Kelce proposing to Taylor Swift. How about that? How about that? I'm going to take that outside. Anyway, without further ado, thank you for joining me this morning. Apparently, the background picture here did not get properly changed. Let's fix that because this is definitely not a gaming conversation. It's a Taylor Swift conversation with a lot of flowers. By the way, this was outside Travis Kelce's home. We'll get to more details of that in just a moment. But I have to say a grateful thank you to all of the amazing gifties that happened during the stream. Just a Dutchie dropped 10 Culture Casino memberships. Oh my goodness. We have just this happening just now with Angela Richter dropping a Culture Casino membership and so much more. But I need to talk about all of the amazing things you guys do during the course of the video itself. Thank you, Just a Dutchie. 10 Culture Casino memberships, adding to the horde of the Culturians. We are almost ready to fight. $2 from our friend Robert. I found my wallet. Thank goodness. No card replacements. Awesome. And hump day. That's right. What day is it? Hump day. Speaking of that, you got Tony Piacente dropping 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you so much, Tony. I think we're 16 in at this point. And that's just incredible. Thank you, Angela Richter. Y'all, before we get too far into this, I have to do something for y'all. I got to serve up the cheddar. That's my job.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys. Yeah.
Thank you all. You guys are incredible, to use some terrible French. It sounds like I'm from Canada. Just kidding, my Canadian friends. Not really. Anyway, you guys are beautiful. Much appreciate. And look, the growing membership's very helpful. It is a sign of a growing channel. I know a lot of you spend a lot of money here, and I really appreciate it. Your support is invaluable to me because it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. And Matt G showed up. So that's a good thing. Matt G. That's right. Let's see. Who else is out there? I saw Brian and Cindy. Griffin, thanks for being here. Thank you for the history today. Ram Bam 3000. Did Tay Tay and Travis break up yet? Let's not wish badness on people. Just a Dutchie says the magic words. Gifty, 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 gifty. There you go. Oh, man. You guys, I had quite the voice, especially when I was young and I was doing VO for games. Brian and Cindy, haven't seen a bear around our area so far this year. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I probably got Rachel Zegler hanging out around there. Our friends. Evil Ramen says Swift's marriage won't last. Celebs don't have it within them, their skill set, within their skill set to make marriages work. Some do. I mean, I'm looking at Kurt Russell and his lovely bride. That Johnson relationship lasted a minute. I mean, some of these things work. And memberships are cool, says Lord Thoth, one of my favorite Canadians. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Chef Nation, good morning to you. And good morning to the beautiful people. I still love that picture. You have no idea. Let's see. Penny. The lovely Cynthia Carter, dear. How are you? Hello to my homies. And the rest of you. I love that. O.C. Dobbins coming to us live from the 19 blocks at our Hollywood hell. That's right. And then we got, Robert again. Robert, what are you doing? Quit. Save some of that for the next movie. If you're going to have me in it, save some money for that. And I will be there. I'll be there. Let's see. Hall of Fame worth $60 million. Whoa. Yeah, here we go. Hall of Famer. We tried to. Why did it take it off the screen? Hall of Famer worth $60 million has to sign a prenup. I guarantee that's true. because she's worth nearly $1 billion, if not already $1 billion. And she owns her whole catalog again. Scooter Braun is douche. Yeah, lots of that. Hey, it's Views with Hughes, culture and news. Go check out my friend. He's the best. Yeah, you'll be proud of me with my channel right now. That's right. You should be. Views with Hughes is just killing it. It's so funny because like I'm always rooting on my friends to go past me. I have a feeling that if Hughes hasn't done that, he's going to pretty soon. So Scott Somers is out there. All right, we got to get to this story. I'm not going to blow our bonus time. This is this is an important thing. This is important. I know it doesn't seem important, but it's important. This is a pop culture marriage. Pop culture marriages are not a dime a dozen. Oh wait, maybe they are, but they're important. They truly, truly are important, and we should honor these folks. I'm putting heart emojis on all this generosity, and then I will dive in to the People's article that tells the whole story. All of it. All of it. That's not how the force works. Well, you're not supposed to force it. Brahma Bull's in the house. Look at that guy. Love that guy. Good guy. What else we got? Well, we got this story. Let's get to it. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bangarang. All right. Bonus. Bonus. Whoop. From our friends at People. Not that we have any friends over there. And it's not small enough? What is that deal here? Let's see. Travis Kelce. Okay, here we go. Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift 2 weeks ago. That's right. This wasn't an impromptu thing that we'd found out about immediately afterwards. His dad, Ed, reveals that the singer and the Kansas City Chiefs tight end announced their engagement on the 26th. Hey, imagine that. Yesterday. All our troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. So they announced their engagement on the 26th, and they revealed photos. I guess there's a video out there. I couldn't find that. But in an interview with News 5, John Kosich, Kelce's father, Ed, revealed the proposal took place 2 weeks ago at Travis's home. I told him, this is Ed speaking, I told him repeatedly, you could do it on the side of the road. Do it any place that makes it feel a special event. When you get down on one knee, ask her to marry you, he told the outlet. Well, that's, good dad. Ed Kelce's sharing the details of his son's romantic proposal to Taylor Swift and says he was going to put it off till this week. I think she was getting maybe a little antsy, but he was going to put her off till this week to, make some grand thing to make it a big special event. And I told him repeatedly, you could do it on the side of the road, do it any place that makes it feel a special event. When you get down on one knee and ask her to marry you. By the way, girls aren't going to say no. And this is just an after picture. Whoever was there, I could almost guarantee this was another football player. Could have been his brother. I don't know. But I'm not sure this is a professional photographer since it's credited to Taylor and Travis. And if this was a video that they clipped out of, that's also a possibility. But as you can see, everything in this photo is overexposed. That's why the pictures are not looking stellar. The light, when it's a flash thing, which they are going to definitely need in that dark environment with no lighting inside it. Yeah, this is not a professional image, but you know what? I don't think it matters. I don't know. Or is that just me? So, I think Robert is right to reference his super chat again. I think Travis is going to be the one signing a prenup. So Ed said he got her out there. They were about to go out to dinner, and he said, "Let's go out and have a glass of wine." They got out there, and that's when he asked her, and it was beautiful. Following the proposal, they started FaceTiming me and their mother and her folks to make sure everybody knew. So to see him together, is great, he said. I got a FaceTime call from them, and as soon as I saw the FaceTime, I saw it was Travis, and then I saw Taylor there with him. I knew what they were going to say, and they, let us know. Ed revealed that on Sunday he supported Kelce of ESPN's premiere, The Kingdom, telling the outlet, "His mother and I went with him back to his house for dinner, where Taylor made dinner, and we had a wonderful dinner with them." Can you guys imagine Taylor Swift? Um, can you imagine Taylor Swift cooking? I can't. I can't imagine Weatherman gifting a Culture Casino membership. Thank you to the Weatherman. And that went to Tobach. Thank you, Weatherman. You are generous indeed. Um, so I can't imagine her cooking, but that's fine. So, and we had a wonderful dinner with them outside on the patio, and to just watch the two of them uh, just carry about each other. Well, crazy about each other. Man, need to clean my glasses. The couple, both 35, which means, well, at least for one of them, not kids, announced the news of their engagement on InstaFace or Bookgram or something similar. I don't know. Instagram, it says, on yesterday. Swift wrote, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," alongside several photos from their enchanting garden proposal. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end designed Swift's new bling with the help of a jewelry designer. This is a traditional, I think it's an English oval cut. It's like an antique design. So yeah, this and that is an enormous stone. I mean, that thing is probably from Romancing the Stone. It's massive. Um, Swift showed off her new sparkle in a series of photos announcing the big news. Her dazzling ring is a massive. Oh, yeah. See, here it is. Old Mine Brilliant cut diamond, a rectangular cut diamond with antique references. That had to be something special. During Swift's podcast debut on Kelce's New Heights podcast on August 13th, the pair opened up about how they first met in 2023 and Kelce's public date proposal, which involved the athlete planning and failing to give Swift a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it. That would have been pretty cool. It's a way to hit the girl. We'll see. Swift jokingly reported or compared Kelce's grand efforts to woo her to an 80s John Hughes movie. Well, hey, she's always singing about how terrible men are after they break up with her. I think she just breaks up with men to have a thing. I think this is just another song waiting to happen. But to be fair, I hope it's better for both of them. I mean, she's past blessing the world with a bunch of puppies, which might be also to our benefit. But anyway, um, she says it's like he was standing outside of my window with a boombox saying, "I want to date you. Do you want to go on a date with me? I made you a friendship bracelet. Do you want to date me?" She said, referencing the movie Say Anything. True. For the romantic proposal, Swift wore Ralph Lauren's striped silk blend dress. The white mulberry silk blend midi dress retails for $398, ladies. So go out and pick one of those up. Yeah, off the rack. And features delicate black stripes, smocked bodice, schmocked, removable straps, and a flowing A-line skirt. A-line skirt. Gentlemen, reference the picture because that's going to be a tough one for you to get. She accessorized with tan sandal heels and gold jewelry, including her go-to Cartier Santos Demoiselle watch. I don't know if I said any of those words right. Which retails for a whopping $17,000, ladies. Go out and get your nearly $18,000 watch. That's a party. The Cruel Summer Singers, wait a minute. Cruel Summer's by an entirely different band. You mean her cover? The Cruel Summer cover singer's glam included a nude colored manicure, like French tips and such. Isn't that called a French manicure? Anyway, and her signature red lip in a pink coral hue. She wore more hair down. She wore her hair down, in soft waves. Meanwhile, Kelce went with a navy blue short sleeve collared shirt off white shorts and brown loafers. This is the least fancy these people get. So anyway, celebrity friends of 14-time Grammy winner and professional football player shared their congratulations, both online and to people shortly after the couple announced they're engaged. So anyway, there you go. Gracie Hunt, the daughter of Chiefs chairman and CEO Clark Hunt, shared an exclusive statement with People about the exciting news just minutes after the post dropped. So there's that. It sounds like it was an interesting day. I guess later the same day, Patrick and Brittany Mahomes, both 29, shared on social media that they're just so happy for their friends, Swift and Kelce. That's pretty neat. So I guess lots of people shared their congratulations, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's today's major story, and Taylor's crazy. So Kelsey must be too. And I don't know what else to say about that. I do know that ASCII and Tony Piacente each dropped super duper chats. So let's get to those. It's been a morning, you know. I had to go and find a bunch of stuff to make sure I got you the accurate stuff. So I went with Ed's account. I think that's the best one. So from our friend ASCII for 5 Culture Casino Cash says, I personally know only one real celebrity. Her marriage seemed to go okay, at least until he died. Well, did she kill him? That's a joke. But you know what? Wait a minute. Do you know Aubrey Plaza? Because she's awesome. That was a recent event. Yeesh. Oh, bueno. Thank you, ASCII. And then Tony Piacente says, with Taylor and Travis now engaged, who do you think the next engagement watch couple will be? Wow, that's a great question. I don't know. There's some pretty racy photos of ScarJo and not her husband recently. Looked like a Coldplay kiss cam moment. He's just a friend. That's a possibility. Like, who else is out there that's like engaged but not married? Like, I am the least like plugged into that stuff. First of all, I'm not a woman. Not that I'm being sexist there, ladies, but you guys keep a lot more track of that stuff than I do. Who else is out there, Tony? I'm just asking for myself and maybe some friends out there. I don't know. Let's see. D-Bud says Culture Casino probably working on that Tay Kelce statue in his front yard. No, Matt G's out there. I saw him. I did. Taylor Swift is out there. I know you're out there somewhere. Somewhere. Hey, it's the Zen Wookie saying Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. Oh, wait. Dude, she is Cracker Barrel. She's crazy. I guess using that in that context is accurate. Do you see the non-apology apology? Oh, we're going to change our logo back, but we're going to keep the restaurants we've remodeled with the, craptasticness, and we're going to keep all the radical, progressive, neo-Marxist programs that allow us to, justify doing illegal hiring, et cetera, through a lot of stuff, pretending to be anti-racist stuff. Hey, Tyler, what's going on? Says Tom Holland and Zendaya. There you go. Thank you, Tyler. That would make the most sense. They've been together the longest. I still don't know how he decided to, get a really tall, flat girl, but whatever. That's his thing. And she's perfectly kind, from what I'm to understand. She's not really much of an actress. It is what it is. Randall Orser says celebrity gossip is about as exciting as trying to light a chart on fire. I've never tried that. Is that a fun practice, Randall? Meravita, you will never know. Perry and Bloom have been engaged for forever. Yeah. That's weird. That's very weird. I still have coffee, so we're still gonna be here. Griffin goes, I'm a whammon. You're a whammon? Griffin? Was that awesome? Okay. I believe you. Ski says, wish I knew Aubrey Plaza. She seems cool. She seems amazingly cool. Dude, that kind of whacked out humor. That's like what is running in my brain constantly. Like I'd get arrested, chances are, with saying half the crap that's in my head and be in big trouble. Anyway. No, I think that's right. Tom Holland and Zendaya seem logical. D-Bud says the celeb couple that have been together for a long time is Culture and Tom. That's not true, D-Bud. It's so good to have you here, man. Battle Buddy's in the house. Man, I've missed you. I didn't see you yesterday. Were you absent without leave? I have not used a watch in 25 years. LOL. I had a pager at first, but seriously, no watch. Yeah, not one for 18 grand. Look, I have some nice timepieces, okay? And some of them have increased in value, but I don't even wear them. They're sitting in a drawer in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Miley Cyrus, I liked her originally. I don't know what happened. She's swam in the musical celeb world for too long. I think so. Something about that melts your brain. Or you get around people who do crazy stuff and they can invite you 1,000 times to do something that's not good for you, and you do it and you're toast. I didn't really actually switch to Cracker Barrel. It got confused in there with crackers because I call people who I think are insane crackers. And then I realized you shouldn't call people crackers. That's not a nice name. So I got stuck in between, I guess. I don't know. Barry, the Music Man, seen Cracker Barrel backed down. We will see. They didn't back down. They didn't. I just want to say that I'm glad the Weatherman's here. I hope you're doing well, buddy. We got a few other people that dropped in over there. Again, I mentioned Tobach, and you guys are doing good. You have been tormenting me for 6 months, Tobach, and I love it. And of course, I did call out the beautiful Deeple. I just want to say hi to the people on the green machine because it is what it is. Randall Orson says, I think the billions of money, I said that on purpose, helped him make up his mind. Yeah. Yeah. And, and the chances of him being a dad are rare now. That's not very nice. Chef Eddie says, what do we got? The next engagement watch is between Pedro Pascal and himself, Chef. That's true. The guy loves himself so much. And then he's like, lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me. That was the creepiest promotion ever. It didn't work. Fantastic Four flopped like nobody's business. No bueno. Hey, it's FKHC 2005. Uh, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce engaged. In other news, the sky is blue and water is wet. Well, yeah, but I have to cover it. It's news. It's pop culture news at its peak. Peak. John, the Beagle Dad, says, get culture more coffee. It's right here. We're good. I still have at least half in here. What a day. Hey, Rooftop Korean. How are you, my friend? Says CC. Since you are a man of culture, what is your favorite Kirkland branded product? You know what's funny is my go-to vodka was I and I don't even know if they have it anymore because I can't find it when I go in. But the Kirkland branded vodka for mixers was great because you don't need anything that's top shelf. You just need something to get you there. So when you're making a mixed drink. You know, what I don't like is Walmart Great Value Shrimp, which apparently is thermonuclear or just nuclear. I don't know. It's supposed to be contaminated. You could die. You could get radiated. You want radiated shrimp? I do not. Irradiated shrimp, bad. Don't do that. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know about that, you just found out. I'm the wrong place to find that out. You're eating shrimp with radiation. Yay! Lester's. What's up, Lester? Morning to my fellow Merkins. Afternoon, evening to all those within the corresponding time zones. That's right, all of our friends over across the pond. We are thinking of you constantly. In fact, some of us are considering, hey, if I go over there and I go full American, I could help you out. And back in the day, and I know the Canadians on the list here will appreciate this. If the Canadians were over there, as polite as they are, apparently they're often fond of doing things that scratch the line of war crimes. So those are also your friends. You get them to come over and turn back into super Canadians. Yeah. Anyway, that was a compliment, my Canadian friends. You were definitely skirting the line on a lot of stuff. Yeah. You know who one of the people that jokes about that big fat electrician um, is the other guy that does all the military stuff that I love. He's constantly joking about the military, and he's telling you all you former veterans to take care of your mental health, and I agree with that. Let's see. Something about that Disney life and wanting to break free of whatever it was. That's right. I want to break free. Different song, but yes. Battle Buddy says, I was super late yesterday, last 15 minutes. Oh, okay. I just didn't see you, bro. Or broette. Dude or dudette. See, I'm having problems now because now I have to say, because I mean, y'all have great names. Sometimes you do not convey gender. I mean, this is an easy one. Ms. Pick Cafe. Of course, I actually met Ms. Pick Cafe, who is awesome. And she's great. All right, what else we got? Technically, one of my Vegas shirts, one of my table game shirts that I wear when I go to the tables, it's either a Hawaiian shirt or one of my crazy anime shirts. Well, one of the crazy anime shirts has flaming dice on a flaming table. All the shirt itself is a black color. So it looks amazing. It's just flames and everything coming out. It's spectacular. Plus, the buttons are all cast die, 3-dimensional die that actually button the shirt. Yeah, I'm weird. Hey, calling someone a cracker is in bad taste. Okay, I'll focus back on work. I've been called worse. A lot of people don't know the story, but when I was first entering college, yeah, I had an apartment, a two-bedroom apartment, and I got a roommate that I worked with at one of the four jobs I was working while I was going to school and dating uh, the boss. And one of those things, one of those things was just an odd circumstance because my roommate was a rapper and he'd go to work. We'd work together. It was afternoon, evenings mostly. Uh, but he'd be in the studio like half the night. So when he stumbled in, I was headed off to do stuff for my landscaping company and then go off to do whatever jobs I was supposed to be doing for the day. And then about the time I was done to that and ready to head to various classes and things like that, he'd just be getting up. And school wasn't really a priority for him. But yeah. Um, and by the way, my friend Mad Mardigan's trying to solve who my roommate was because yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. That's something I don't really talk about. I think that's maybe the first time I've talked about it to this big an audience before, but it is what it is. Anyway. So, I don't know. What do you guys think the results are going to be of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's marriage? Do you think they'll be successful? I mean, I know we joke a lot about this, and especially since Taylor Swift has not had a good track record when it comes to relationships. She seemed to use it for creative purposes. Um, do you think this will be a successful marriage? Do you think they'll try to do um, IVF or something similar so she can attempt to get pregnant? Do you think she's got enough eggs left? I mean, not a lot. At 35, what do you think is the future for them? And are they going to pretend to be traditional? I mean, I thought this would really irritate her fans. I thought they wanted her to be a permanent cat lady. Is that my mistake? I just don't understand. So I got to ask you guys because I feel like some of you, especially you amazing ladies out there, will have a better idea about what the future holds for Tay Tay. Hey, Donovan, good to see you, buddy. I'm especially looking for like responses from Cynthia and others. Hey, SFX is in the house. The man himself and Davina. Hello. But yeah, if you guys give me a heads up, Maravita, um, I got here yesterday just in time to get redirected. LOL. Bus route disasters for the win. Well, I'm just glad you're okay. And I'm glad you're here today. And I hope that route works for you. Hey, look, it's hanging with Erica and Raph. You can go check out their channel. And, Erica's awesome. She's constantly on shows doing stuff. Are those anime shirts to impress the old Asian ladies in the casinos? No, no, Rooftop Korean. But I love them. Like I would wear more of them on stream, except they're blue. And when you use blue or green in front of the screen behind me, I turn into the background. So that's not good. Um, I can't, it's difficult. I have to actually change a lot of settings to wear a green shirt for St. Patty's Day. So it's very weird. Thrawn Kill says, I won't hit a casino table unless I have 1K. Yeah. Actually, that's my minimum buy-in at a craps table is 1K. So I'll drop 1K on the table and that's your initial buy-in. By the way, if you want to be a high roller or if you want to start qualifying for having your own player, player agent or whatever they're calling these days, essentially sets you up in that high rollers sphere. But yeah, or I don't know if that's true, but way back in the day when I was doing it. So yeah, I would buy in with about a 1K and then I would um, go straight almost all $25 chips and initial bets. So I'd do a $25 bet on pass line, and then I would take off if that hit a number, or if it did anything other than craps, that was great. But if it hit a number, then I'd back it up with 3 times odds minimum, and then I would buy the numbers or place the numbers across the table. Um, and then I'd wait for the next roll. So normally, for like the first 5 minutes of being at a table, I was busy, and I wouldn't buy. Obviously, I wouldn't hit the table until it was a new shooter or same shooter after they made their point. Anyway, a lot of mumbo jumbo there. Hey, good morning, Juliet. Great to see you, dear. Trying to catch up with you guys. Hey, let's see. Ron is right is in the house. Trying to catch up with you guys. Want to see what the ladies have to say. Hey, there he is. Putin's cat's in the house. Good to see you. D-Bud says the result of their marriage will be that the Chiefs will never win another Super Bowl while Kelce is on the team. Oh, no. I got a question. You think Tay-Tay's going to move to Kansas City? Not a lot of great stuff. I mean, there's great food there, don't get me wrong, but there's not a lot of great, like, nightlife and notable things. Steakhouses. Weatherman says, I give it a year, maybe, but I might be wrong. She is coming up on 40. Yeah, that's my whole point. I mean, is there a chance of children? I don't know. Maravita says, to be fair, this is the longest relationship he's had, and Julia Roberts was in her 40s when she had kids. Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard. Knowing friends of mine that had kids at an advanced age, it's hard. It's hard to get there. It's hard to have that happen. It's hard for the magic to get to the end. It's hard. Davina says, and then another album about their divorce. Yeah. Thrawn Keel says, I have beef with Kelce because I was engaged to her first. Really? Congratulations. Now I'm jealous. Now I got to look up who you are. Wait a minute. I had a healthy baby at what age? 38. You're very young, Penny. You're a very young person. And I believe you. Did you really? And wow. As I look at my friends' kids, like rounding out having kids, I don't know. It's medically, if you talk to anybody, it's a challenge. Closer you get to 40. After 40, it's like, oof, crapshoot. Brian and Cindy says, I don't think that I have seen on her interview she doesn't want kids. Really? Huh. Donovan says, I know. This much is true. Well, I know that NFL fans are not happy with this because they hate seeing her on the Jumbotron. I don't care if she's on the Jumbotron. I mean, I got a little annoyed that one season, the first season especially, because the NFL's trying to find a whammon audience. And then I got to ask the question, is the NFL actually helping this happen with American Eagle and everything else that's happening for Kelce? You think there's an incentive the NFL's offering Kelce to, wrap this up? Holy cow. Weatherman says my mom had her youngest son at 37. Well, your mom, and my grandmother had a very late childbirth, but I'm just gonna say your mom probably lived in an era and an age where There wasn't as much garbage that was thrown at her each and every day in the way of food stuffs, food byproducts, all other kinds of stuff. We had um, a lot of things that weren't like designed to kill you that are being sent your way. You know, I'm sorry, but there were better times behind us. I'm just hoping we get back to them someday. Eav Nodik says, in regards to Taylor Swift, allow me to quote the Cranberries. Does anyone care? Does anyone care? Yeah. But the other question is, do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? I intentionally made that terrible. Asky says, my grandmother had. My dad at 46. Again, much healthier environment, more fertile humanity. We have less fertile humanity. And no accounting for any continued use of substances and all of that. So those were the last two born of 17 children. Congratulations, ASCII. Yeah, my grandma had 4. Both my grandmas had 4. What's that tell you? Griffin says, I think the marriage between Taylor and Travis might fumble and go out of bounds and then hit a sour note. Okay, really back to work for me. All right, Griffin, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to thank you. Women over 35 have a higher risk um, to giving birth to a child with Down syndrome. I think we'd have to correlate that data against some other factors as well. But I mean, I know the statistic you're speaking is true. This much is true. I know. You drop 1K on the table? Oh, yeah. Yeah, back when I was gambling. I don't gamble hardly at all anymore. Like when we make the annual trip to Vegas for the meetup, I think I played video poker for like an hour. Sometimes, like the first trip, I did a little bit more than that because I was teaching some people how to play craps. But yeah, I just don't quite go that hard anymore. I don't have to. I mean, I'm not trying to high roller a table or anything. Getting, that was the weirdest thing though. If you're degenerate enough, it's not a nice thing to call yourself, but if you're degenerate enough, they offer to fly you. I mean, I had the opportunity to fly multiple times. Free rooms, free rooms at the Paris, free rooms pretty much anywhere I wanted. I mean, if I wanted to stay at Caesars, I appreciate Paris location the most. First of all, it's a beautiful hotel. It has probably the best view on the strip because you're facing the Bellagio. And if you are in the right part of the tower, I mean, you can see everything. I really, really, really love that hotel. I love the entrance. I love the floor, the main floor there, because of the painted blue ceilings with clouds and stuff like that. I mean, it really inspired a whole new generation of hotels. Whether or not you believe the Venetian or the Palazzo are inspired by that or not, they definitely were. Wynn took it to the next level. Wynn and Encore are just phenomenal, especially the the very very nice private. They give you a private. There's some room classes that are like staying in a private estate. It's just really nice. Maravita says most women that don't have fertility issues are still able to get pregnant well into their 40s. It just becomes higher risk. Yeah. Yep. I get it. Yeah, I know Kelce doesn't even live in KC, but I'm just thinking, I mean, you're there a lot. How many weeks are you there? I mean, it's a lot of weeks in the NFL. 26 weeks, 27. So you got to be in the area. And there's 52 weeks in a year. That's a little over half the year, right? Am I wrong? Is my math poor? Probably. Hey, Alex Piles in the house says, I lived in KC for years. Heaven for me, but an absolute survivable Hades for her. Yeah. Yeah. Unsurvivable, unlivable. I think it'll be tough. See, these stories are good, because they give me a little more perspective. 43 and 45. The youngest graduates from college this year. Yeah. Yeah. Thrawn Kill says we were both 35 when we had our son. Well, they better get uh, almost said a bad word uh, or bad idea. It is Wednesday, so I almost said, that word. But they better get started. How about that? Maravita. Um, oh, no, there was no school. Uh, pew pew. What? Oh no, there was a school pew pew in Minneapolis whoa, no, 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 no. Really? How did I fall out of the loop yesterday? Oh yeah, I mean, I used to go to the local casinos, the poker rooms, but to me, it's a lot of wasted time. And I look, I know you guys probably don't understand, but I like action. Um, I'm one of those people that I constantly have to be doing something or be busy, and poker. Once I'd done the math and I was, trying to figure out what people had, I was just bored. I'm 9 minutes behind you guys. I finally got to be a mom at 42. Cynthia, congratulations. And my body tried to kill us before. Oh no. And me again after the birth. No, I'm glad you're still here. I wanted a family in my 20s, but Mr. Carter was not in my life till much later. Uh, so glad to be a mom. Congratulations, dear. Indeed. This was still an amazing thing that the weatherman said. I was like, dang. And of course, Sander Hammerschlag is here. Good to see you. Rather see Taylor on the kiss cam than some troglodyte. Yeah. Yeah. It's just dangerous. Like you said, I just, they just run out of time. And there have been a lot of celebrity couples that didn't reproduce, and it wasn't because they didn't want to. Of course, there are some now that just don't want to. I don't know that Taylor wants to have kids. I guess we'll find out. It's weird because like I know that for a lot of ladies around 50 or just they they're late 40s, they experience something called perimenopause, I think. That's correct. And then they have the actual thing happen to them. And then there's a man in that household that's trying to dodge bullets and figure out what's happening for 3 years at least, sometimes longer. So there's that. We got an incredible super duper chat from our friend Maravita for 5 culture casino cash. So yeah, an intolerable situation occurred, and the person contained, but at least 5 kids in 8th grade were injured. That is terrible. I hate news like that. Uh, it's sad. Sad. I don't know why people would do that to kids. Commander Ed Straker Shadow says, who knew you were a Swiftie? Yes, Taylor already written a breakup song when the inevitable happens. It's possible. At least this is the farthest she got in a relationship. But once again, thank you, Maravita, for the update on that. And it was in the morning. Okay. Man, I hate this. That's the news that bugs me the most. It's like the news where Somebody defends themselves in the UK and they arrest the person that defended themselves. If you live in the UK, stop voting for the globalists, please. I want you guys to be around for a long time. I have a lot of friends in you guys over there. I don't care if you're in Scotland or Ireland or Wales. I don't care where you are, but anybody that used to be part or is still part of the British Empire, stop voting for globalists. They're easy to spot. Right now, we need to petition our president to break ties with and prosecute um, Larry Fink of BlackRock. That's what we need to do. That is a scumbag, currently the, I guess, temporary co-leader of the WEF. That's why he's forced changing all the bologna sausage and putting people in place like the Cracker Barrel lady who already destroyed Yum Brands. She did that to Taco Bell. She's going to do the same, or trying to do the same thing to that. They're still supporting all the neo-Marxist causes in order to destabilize society. Larry Fink is one of the centerpieces for that. Anyway, let's not do that. Mr. Tickle Trunk's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing very, very well. I just remembered to do something that I didn't do early this morning. But anyway, so the Taylor Swift Kelce thing. Look, I'm hoping for them. I truly am. I want them to be successful. Of course, I want every marriage to be successful. Nobody goes in attempting to fail. So let's all wish for that, shall we? I mean, believe it or not, I think Taylor Swift deserves happiness, and she needs to find some kind of center. And if Travis is that for her, then good. All right. I need to get on the road pretty soon. I'm not going to leave just yet, but got to get to an appointment. Oh, we definitely have the fantastic people here in Maravita. Speaking of fantastic people, one has just arrived with some generosity in the form of a wonderful super sticker. I want to say thank you to Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for $4.99, sending me an amazing $5 Shiba Inu dog saying, "Hey, you out there in the hall, breaking bottles." Wait, yeah. Breaking bottles on the wall. Can you hear me? I think that's the words. I don't remember. I haven't heard that in a long time. I've read studies, says the Tickle Trunk. There you go. Ram Bam 3000 says, to be fair, apparently, Cracker Barrel already had problems with poor service and poor food. They didn't used to. Now they have a poor CEO and poor board members that were put there by the likes of Fink and similar institutional investors, all in the pursuit of globalism, which is why you're getting homogenized architecture that looks like duty. That's why, seriously, the move towards the sea of sameness is driven by these neo-Marxists that control a lot of your money. Because BlackRock wouldn't be a big thing if people weren't giving them money for 401ks and other funds, like for retirement. So there's that. Yeah, they rolled back the logo. The backlash really kicked them in the huevos. That happened yesterday, but at the same time, and you're 100% correct. I mean, they really got kicked in the teeth. But at the same time, they're not rolling back the programs and all their support mechanisms for, like I said, the neo-Marxism. Getting tired of that. And thank you to Flying Blind and Rocket Cycle. Anyway. Yeah, a little Pink Floyd. Yep. Dude, they need to fire the Cracker Barrel CEO. Seriously, she looks like everybody that's has a broken brain, like Rachel Maddow, Keith Oberman, Rosie O'Donnell. Seriously, that look is bad. Bad.com. Speaking of bad.com, and not in a bad way, Weatherman for $2 worth of rumble and rant says, my mother had her eighth kid at 37, and my grandmother had her seventh at 40. Just so you know. No, I get it. I get it. The older, look, going backwards in time, you've been exposed to less and less chemicals. You had less microplastics. Most of the things that you were drinking, almost everything you were drinking was out of bottles, glassware. And, I mean, absent the weird Tupperware thing that my mom got into, I mean, there wasn't a lot of access to those types of things. So it is what it is. Then Miss Pico Cafe is correct. Thank you for the rant. All right. Maravita says they also clarified that they're only updating 50 to 100 restaurants. Then what are they spending $700 million on? If your market cap, if you're sitting around 1.4 billion, where did you get $700,000? Your capex is going to be broken. If I was an investor, and I'd be like, maybe you bought the first dip, but I'd be looking to get out. But that's me. I'm not telling you what to do. Wouldn't recommend any investment. Putin's cat's out there. I'm going to ask Putin's cat something. Did you see the NVIDIA stuff? I don't know if it's broken yet because I'm not sure what time their call is. But I guess the market was kind of sitting coy, waiting for that to drop. Sorry about that. Normally I mute and stuff when I yawn, but no time. You know what? That's smart. We should have been using paper all the time. Do you know what renewable resource we have aplenty here in the United States? Trees. Trees. We need to remember that. Yeah, Vegas is amazing. I hope some of you are going to join us there this year. I will be in Vegas and I will be in Florida, and I might make it to the next Texas thing. That's my plan so far. Barry the Music Man says, took a 35-year-old girl out recently, and she says, you're 55 years old, you never been married, and don't have kids. My response was, yeah, ain't it great? Smile. I bet she was doing a little bit of background analyzation in her brain. Yeah. And Jan Monroe, if they wanted to put in better lighting, paint some of the display areas because the dark wood can get a little oppressive. I got it. Turn it into a Denny's, not a winner we already avoid Denny's. Yeah. Well, they even matched the sign on Denny's. Did you notice that? Terrible idea. Didn't NVIDIA try to silence gamers' Nexus expose via Bloomberg? I think that was just Bloomberg. I think Bloomberg would evaluate it on their own, but I could be wrong. And we already knew they were selling to China. It'd been in the AP and the UPI and not EPI, excuse me, UPI, Reuters. It had already been in multiple outlets. Bloomberg is a terrible thing. They went from being a decent business thing to a terrible neo-Marxist thing, in my opinion. And I'm allowed to have those. Oh, is that what they're doing, Chef Eddie? They're sponsoring events with the rest of that money? That would make a lot of sense since the NGO money is now gone. Speaking of which, who here, raise your hand or put a thumbs up in the chat or make sure you hit the thumbs up on the stream. Who thinks that we should um, audit and eliminate all NGOs? We should ban investment, gifts, grants, anything of any kind of monetary value, even non-monetary value, being sent to any NGO. NGOs are the bane of the earth, and it's a way to covertly do some very bad things on behalf of socialism, neo-Marxism, authoritarianism. I think we should get rid of NGOs. Seriously, entirely. Vegas, baby. That's right. Lester's like, I live on what's been dubbed the 50 tree. There you go. Hey, what's up? We got Hank 5. Culture is the hardest working man on YouTube. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. Tom agrees. I don't know about that. Tom works pretty hard too. I'm worried about Tom. I was supposed to have spent some time with Tom. Didn't get a chance to because I had to push back my travel dates, but it is what it is. Bloomberg is angry with Gamers Nexus. Yes, I know. I saw the bubble middle finger salute from Gamers Nexus in promotion the other day. Ugh, that's not going to go well. This is the problem. I think Bloomberg doesn't understand the difference between advertisement and influence. You're going to get more viral support and more viral impressions for something like Gamers Nexus, who will influence hundreds of thousands of minds. And what I think modern businesses don't understand, and if they do, they're not utilizing their skills very well, but people who have actual influence, power, reach, any of those things can destroy you. They don't have your same value monetarily. Look at what happened to Target because of Robbie Starbuck. They've been on their heels and half the price. 18 months after, 19 months after that thing started to really kick off? How would you like to be a corporation that didn't see the handwriting on the wall? And Bloomberg's doing the same thing. And that's good for us. Seriously. But I'm not going to pretend that, anything Murdoch touches isn't equally as bad. It's just they're not playing quite the same game. But perhaps they're after the same measures. Can't trust any of these elite jerkweeds anymore. Shouldn't have in the first place. Lobbying is bribery. That's no lie. Speaking of no lie, we're coming up on midnight's edge in the morning. So it's time we bring this stream to a close. It's great to see you, Sergeant Garantina. We got Kamegoan. Absolutely. Oh, dude, I'm 1,000 on this one. Yeah. I know a lot of people freaked out over the plane being gifted to the government. A lot of people saying Trump, no, he's not going to end up with the plane at the end of the day. I think outside of the ambassadorial exchanges, diplomacy gifts, things like that. I think outside of that, I think that I would agree with that 1,000%. Lobbying needs to be eliminated immediately. In fact, one of the reasons we are where we are is because of lobbying. They literally buy off politicians because there's no way you can do what these people are doing in the periods of times that they're doing it in on the salary they make. Believe me, I would know. So it's just one of those things. All right. So as we come to the end, I'll say this. I had a great time. I hope you did too. So be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya over on Midnight's Edge. Thanks. Archer Merchant comes in, drops a last minute super duper. I feel like this would have happened sooner if we won the Super Bowl. Next question will be, is the president invited? Good question. Probably not. If not, bad luck. Bad luck indeed. True story.